Hey y'all, this is Eileen from Jane Nicole Designs, and real quick, welcome to my channel. You are watching just on just a quick video I wanted to make for you guys. A lot of the projects that are going on right now are the cans with the vinyl and things like that, and I just wanted to show you a quick video of how I do it. So I just took this can, and it is I think baked beans, and I washed it out. I only cut all the way around the top and left this piece. If you can see it, it is still attached to the back. So I have a Pampered Chef, it's like a can opener that it only comes and opens up the top, and it doesn't leave any type of a sharp edge. So just to let you know that. The next thing I'm going to do is this right here. It has some sticky stuff on there, and I just have a little glue gun, or glue, this is called Glue Gun. And I'm just going to put a little bit on it so that it takes off that little, that stickiness on there. And I know my little cloth here, it's sticking to it, but I just want to get that like real stickiness off before I start painting it. So I'm just going to put a little bit of that on there. And I leave my Goo Gone in there because I do not want to spray it. I don't want it on my clothes. So just go ahead and make sure that it is to your liking. If you want to take it completely off, I do a lot of times just paint right over it. So, and once that's to your satisfaction, you're ready to go. If you'd like to, you could wipe it off with baby wipes. Or you could just take a little soap and water too and do that so that that Goo Gone comes off, but it evaporates pretty quickly. And like, see, there's no more glue on it. Some of them have paste or some type of a water based, but this one here, this actually had some glue on it. So I just didn't want a bunch of lumps and the bumps in the back. So there we go, it's ready. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do, we have two different colors we're going to be using. This is Waverly and it is Ivory. And this is Waverly and this is Pumpkin. So the first thing I'm going to do is just take just a regular brush, and I'm going to paint this with the Waverly Pumpkin color. And what I want to do, let me squish over here real quick. I have just a silver plated chrome bowl, and I'm just going to put it in the bowl. I'm not going to dilute it in any way. I'm just going to use it full strength for right now. So, and depending on where you want this all to go, you could paint just the outside, you could paint the inside. It doesn't matter. But I'm just going to make sure that it gets one nice coat all the way around. And this one here, I don't mind if you see some of that color come through the chrome. Like I said, I'm just going to do it pretty quick. The paintbrush I'm using is brand new. It's from Walmart. Or no, I believe it's the dollar store. Got it from the dollar store. So, and just, you can see it covers really well the Waverly paint. This is a chalk paint. And depending, if you want to, you can have two different coats on it if you'd like. This one today, I'm going to do just one coat, but I'm going to make sure that it's pretty thick. I want to make sure that it is to my liking. And there is a couple little spots and things like that, so I'll go around again and make sure that all those little spots in here are covered up. Let me get my specs on. Not seeing as well as I want to at this moment. There we go. If this is your first time watching, go ahead and give me a thumbs up and put hashtag newbie on there. If you haven't seen if you have seen my videos before, give me a thumbs up and let me know where you're watching from. I always like to find out and see where people are from. So go ahead and do that. Hit subscribe there on the bottom. That just gets my name out there, and then you can enjoy more of my videos. So I'm just gonna go on the top here. If you want to, you can wear gloves. Sometimes this gets a little messy, but I'm okay. And then I'm just gonna sweep it around the inside. And that's if you're gonna be filling this up with something, at least the top part is covered. And I will most likely put some type of a floral in here. But I want to just make sure that it gets all, even the back here, I want to make sure that it gets all covered with this paint here. If you want to, like I said, you can do more than one coat. Today I'm going to be doing 2 coats, so it is all right, depending on what you guys want to do. And let's make sure that it's where I want it to be. And then I usually just go one way when I brush. And so I've gone around this way. And so I'm just gonna make sure that my project, all the brush strokes are going the same way. Okay. I always have baby wipes on hand. That's one of my big friends. I don't have babies, but I use them all the time. Okay, so just for a second, it's gonna get loud, but I'm gonna just dry it. So now that it's dry, you'll know what it is dry is when this paint starts looking matte color. So it's not shiny anymore. It's got a little bit of a matte, and I touched it in the wrong spot. So let me get this off. I don't want to have this color on my hands while I'm doing the next step. So once your can is dry, and if you have time, I would definitely do it overnight if you want to. Sometimes I do projects 2-3 at a time, and then I'll let each stage go and dry at the proper, but for today we're just gonna let it look just like this. And you see there's the silver that's coming through. I'm all right with that. I like that idea. And so we're gonna do the next step here. So the next step is we're gonna take, this is Waverly and this is Ivory, and I am just going to paint a little bit in the front here. What we're gonna put on this is a, I know, sorry, it's backwards. This is a fall rub-on. So it's a rub-on transfer. So we're gonna prep this because I want it to be able to be on here without looking too closed or dark. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of this paint and I'm gonna just almost like dry brush it on. So less is best. Less is best on this one until you get it where you would like it. And so I'm gonna, let's take this out first. And I just got this at the dollar store. This is what it looks like, and I can flip it backwards, and that's what that's the back. So it is clear, and then there's this piece underneath it that's clear, so we'll be taking that off. But I kind of just want to lay it where, whoops, let's go upside down. There we go. I just want to lay it right kind of where I want that to go. And then I'm going to take my, like I said, I'm going to take my paint just like that. And I'm going to put just a little spot on there, going from one side to the other. And I'm just going to eyeball it. I don't want it to be so symmetrical that it's going to look manufactured, made, and not homemade. So let's line it up here and see if that works. I need a little bit down farther because that Y and y'all in fall, it needs a little bit more room. There we go. All right, so that's what it looks like. I'm gonna try it again. Okay, and once I'm looking at it now, it's a little bit off there. I want a little bit more in there, so I'm going to try to move it over a little bit. There we go. There, I think that looks a little bit better, a little bit more up in the corner. Just so it makes it look like a patch. There we go. Let me dry it again. Okay, so that's what we're looking at. It's a little bit, got some of the orange coming through. There's a little bit of the dark and whatnot, and I think that's good. I put my heat on hot because I want it to dry quickly, and then I'm just gonna just kind of let it cool down a little bit before I start putting on that transfer. While I'm waiting for the can to cool down, if you have this is called a crocodile. It has a hole punch here, larger one right there, and then these, if you squish it, it puts together eyelets. I'm just going to be using this large hole punch. It is adjustable. There's a little gauge here that you can move it up and down. I'm just going to leave it just like it is. And we are going to be hanging this one, so I am just going to put it right on each side. And like I said, the crocodile does really good with this tin. So I'm going to make sure round about the same on each side. Move it down a little bit. There we go. And we're just going to remove those little pieces. Make sure you get them in the garbage because I have stepped on them and that really, it's not comfortable at all. So there we go. Here's our holes. And it looks like this is dried and it's cooled down. So now I'm going to take my transfer right here. We're going to take off the back. And then we're going to just put it right down where we want it. And sorry that it is not exactly straight here, but I'm going to roundabout place it where I want it to be. Then, most of them come with this, but if you don't, go ahead and get yourself either some type of a piece of wood or a flat surface. A credit card works really well. Be really careful as you do this because the bumps in the can, you don't want to pull it off too soon. So I just go down each of the rivets, and when that transfer goes onto the can, it makes it, I try and move this here, see if I can hold on, it makes it opaque. So I can tell right now that these letters are on. This is not, because it's super vibrant. So let me show you what happens when you do that. These are super easy. I love it. I'm so glad that the dollar store got these. I've been putting them on projects left and right, and I think that they're good quality. They're staying on quite well. So when you've got your project pretty well, that you know that it is completely on there, you can just slowly peel it back. And there you go. Isn't that super easy? Loving it. Go ahead if you want to. You can push it down in the little spots. There we go. And you're done. So if you would like to, you could take varnish, paint varnish over it. You could paint Mod Podge over it, and then you're good. Last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put on the handle, and I hang it sometimes with wire or twine or anything. It just all depends on what you want to do. So today I'm just going to be doing some jute. This is just green jute. I'm going to take it and I'm going to just make my own bow on it, just like that. So it's only going to be a 2, because just like that. And then I'll go up, put this in here, and I will just do another bow. You could do anything that you want. You could tie knots in it. You could put beads on the handle. There's many ways that you can do that. So it's up to you. Like I said, I use copper wire sometimes. And so it's just at your discretion what you'd like to use. And also if you're going to put it outside. So I just put a little bow in there, pull it on tight. So you make sure that your twine is taut. I'm going to adjust a little bit, just to make sure that it's tight. There we go, just like that. And then I'm actually going to take my glue gun, and I'm just going to put a little dot of glue there. I'm not going to touch the can with it, but I'm going to put a little dot of glue so that it does not unravel. And I just want it behind so we don't see that part. So we're just going to kind of let that hang off to the side, and for just a second we're going to let it dry. And then the last thing, after you're done, we get to fill this, and you can decide. It would be really neat to put a little gift in this, whether it is an overnight kind of thing, put toothbrush, toothpaste, and what if it's a girls' night out kind of thing, maybe some lotion, or maybe you have a little mini mum that you want to put in here. That would be a really cool idea. You could just put in little sprigs of fall flowers. You could put little gourds and things like that. It just is what your imagination does to be able to finish this off. But I just wanted to show you really quick, this is how you do it. Some chalk paint. You can put a little bit more on with that rub on. And then if you want to, you can seal the whole thing if you would like. You can use Mod Podge. I use that quite a bit. Thanks for watching.